Hey, what's going on, everyone? So if I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But I wanted to make sure that I had this video out before 2016 came to a close. 2016 has been one of the craziest years by far. I mean, you had way too many celebrity deaths, like people that were respected for so long and throughout, many decades. You had Black Lives Matter going absolutely insane. So many SJWs on the rise, but then you had like Trump, President-elect Trump, the migrants, and then Islam being Islam. But I mean, there have been a lot of prominent social justice warriors throughout the years, like Anita Sarkeesian, Steve Shives, Zoe Quinn, Brianna Wu. But I want to look at the ones from this year. So I created a top 5 SJW list, but I also want to crown SJW of the year. Who's gonna be number 1? Let's find out.
Number 5.
You've never experienced oppression in your entire fucking life. Neither have I. You're fucking a white male. So? You're a white man.
No, explain to me how Trump is like Hitler.
The AIDS Skrillex phenomenon blew up in March of this year, and it was at an anti-Trump rally in St. Louis, Missouri. Some people may be wondering, why the hell is this guy called AIDS Skrillex? Well, it's because he looks like Skrillex with AIDS. That line, "you're fucking a white male," has been carried so far into so many things. I covered it in my old podcast. So many people have made so many different variations. There's been so much art along with his friend Carl the Cuck. I mean, channels have been dedicated to him that I've seen. There's people that have made cartoon shorts with him that have been absolutely fucking brilliant, and so on. He didn't really do anything after that, didn't really see anything else from him. I was looking to see if this guy's responded to any of the stuff. I would actually like to know more about him, but that's pretty much it. So since he only had that one thing, which we had a lot of laughs at it, he was just at the number 5 on this list. Be proud of that 5, man. It's probably the closest he'll ever come to winning anything.
Number 4.
Trigglypuff rolled their way into our hearts around April, and it was at an event called The Triggering, and I was at the University of Massachusetts, and it featured Miley Yiannopoulos, Steven Crowder, and Christina Sommers. Trigglypuff was shouting throughout the entire thing, but where she really stood out was when Christina Sommers was talking. That's where all the footage came from, and that's where everybody learned about the phenomenon of Trigglypuff. For you non-Pokemon fans, where she got her name from is just, there's a Pokemon called Jigglypuff. And you look at her, and then you just kind of like the word trigger, so Trigglypuff, and it's like a perfect marriage. So she's obviously really annoying, she's really gross and everything. We had a lot of laughs, but she also did a few other things. Like there was some other stuff captured of her giving like this presentation on like fat shaming or whatever. And then also people found her fucking OkCupid account, and it was pretty fucking awful and cringy, but it was one of the funniest things, and I have to give her a lot of credit because, making a video reacting to her was something that gained me a hell of a lot of subscribers, so I can just say thank you very much, Trigglypuff. Please come back. Please make something else,
Number 3.
You thought that was adorable. You didn't think about like the pillaging of the continent of Hawaii. Okay, so you won't get rid of the doll then, because that was like really cute thing that you found at Goodwill. You're gonna be on Gawker. No, you will be published on Gawker, and you'll be like the next internet meme. It's gonna be super funny. Yeah. I mean, like, God forbid, like, anyone take your special Hawaiian doll away from you.
The Lyft passenger, aka Annalise Nielsen, she owns like this porn company called God's Girls. I think it's kind of similar to Suicide Girls or whatever. But basically, she was just traveling and using Lyft. Lyft is that taxi driving special that you can use the service. And basically, the driver, he had this Hawaiian little Hula Doll, like one of those little dashboard things that you can put on there, like a bobblehead. And she had a big problem with that because of the whole phenomenon of cultural appropriation. And, just from what you saw, like, that's what ensued. She's so horrible. She's so self-entitled, trying to get this guy fired. He did at first, but then when the footage came out, that obviously he got his job back because clearly he was in the right and she was obviously in the wrong. She's a terrible fucking bitch. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. The whole situation was kind of funny, but at the same time, it pissed me off, like, just as much as it was funny. But we're just like, what the fuck, man? I can't believe somebody is tripping out this much about a fucking bobblehead on the goddamn dashboard. It is one of the most trivial things that I've ever seen, and what she made, the thing that she did about this, the big deal that she made about it, it obviously just had to make her higher on this list, because that's one of those SJWs that you can just be like, wow, like a fucking bobblehead. A bobblehead.
Number 2.
Science as a whole is a product of Western modernity, and the whole thing should be scratched off, especially in Africa. So if there's a place in KZN, and they believe that through the magic, the black magic, we call it black magic, they call it witchcraft, others, that you are able to send a lightning to strike someone. So can you explain that scientifically? Because it is something that happens Decolonizing the science would mean doing away with it entirely and starting all over again to deal with how we respond to the environment and how we understand it. Thank you.
Okay.
The science must fall, girl. Now we're getting in more dangerous territory. And this happened not too long ago in October at the University of Cape Town in South Africa. And basically there was this conference being held, you know, just about, yeah, fuck science. You know, we need to decolonize science, because science is a white thing and it may not work for, you know, everybody, you know, black people and whatnot. You have all these weird ass voodoo religion stuff and black magic things that, you know, that could be, like, there could be something to it, and we should kind of take that more seriously too. So fuck all of this science and stuff like that. And yeah, it was seriously one of the craziest things that I've ever heard in my fucking life. Like, especially to the point where it's like she wants to use this fucking iPad. Like, she has a goddamn iPad, and she wants to be like, well, fuck science. We need to decolonize it. We need science must fall. And I'm like, well, everything you're fucking using has to do with science and Western science and stuff like that. You know, like, how could you be this fucking stupid? And it just shows you just how far social justice warrior politics and just the ideology, the fucking dogma can just go. It's frightening that there's people that actually think this is a good thing. Now, luckily, there's a lot of people in the science faculty that were just fucking laughing about it, because Jesus Christ, it's a very laughable thing to say. But at the same time, like I said, it's fucking scary, and it deserves its spot at number 2, because Jesus Christ. Now, before I unveil number 1, I want to give an honorable mention to Trey Melvin. He didn't quite make the list, but he was just about up there because he said some pretty crazy shit this year.
Money does not equal privilege. A homeless, poor, white male still has more privilege than I will ever have, regardless of the money that I make. I need you to understand that. I desperately need you to understand that.
And I also want to give a big shout out to a YouTuber and my friend Jeff Holiday, because without Jeff, you know, he's the one that engaged with him, there wouldn't be some of this amazing fucking content that Trey Melvin came out with. And then it just, you know, it just opened Pandora's box. So thanks again, Jeff.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
And now for number 1. I'm sure a lot of you have already guessed it, but let's do this.
Is that sexual harassment? Is that what you just did when you said that to me?
What, humongous?
Why would you say that to me?
Yes, but my name.
Why would you say that to me?
Why would I say it to
Why
you?
would you say that to me?
Why would you ask me my name?
What? Humongous what? Humongous what? Humongous what? Humongous what? This person just spoke to me in a sexually harassing way.
I did not.
Yeah, he did. He said, do you know what my name is? And I said,
you
what?
want my
And
name.
he said, humongous. Yeah. You're disgusting. You just abused a woman. You just abused a woman, and you have the audacity. You have the audacity to say the girls matter. How dare you? How dare you? You disgusting person.
Yes, Xarna Joshu, the humongous what lady. I'm sure a lot of you guessed it, but yeah, absolutely. Nobody topped her this year, in my opinion. So for the very small few of you that don't know, back in around August, this lady, Xarna Joshu, she posted a Facebook vlog just saying that she got sexually harassed by somebody in Seattle, and basically they were at an anti-police thing. Basically, like, it was called like Block the Bunker or something like that, because they didn't want a police, another police department built or something like that. So you also had some pro-cop people there, and basically she started talking about the pro-cop guy that we all call humongous, and his real name is Rudy, just so we can humanize him. But the whole thing is that She asked him his name, and he basically didn't want to tell her, so he just made up humongous. And it seemed pretty obvious why he said humongous. He's kind of fat. And she freaked the fuck out, saying that this is sexual harassment, just like in the fucking footage that you saw. So some of you might be asking yourself, why is she number one? Because I've seen crazier shit this year. Well, first of all, she was trivializing sexual harassment, just saying that some guy named Humongous is sexual harassment, like it's a stupid fucking dad joke, as everybody said. And another thing, she's been to a city council meeting, she got kicked out for screeching and hollering.
We all noticed how bullies like Bruce Harrell, who speak publicly and interrupt women when they speak,
and
just
I'm
as you
warning
interrupt me
you
now.
that your comments
we
are
saw how those
disruptive, and if you
crimes
don't
went up.
stop,
we
I'm gonna have you
saw
removed.
how the disgust
Please have this
and
woman removed,
contempt
please.
that you have towards the people
Please
has
have her
gone
removed.
up. We saw all of
I've
this.
asked this
And
is
don't touch me.
disruptive personal attacks.
She started a YouTube channel and basically started talking about some of the worst shit ever, making fucking everything fucking just a joke.
Notice how I only brought men to give this message? That's because you're patriarchal and you won't listen any other way.
And lastly, she started an online campaign asking for money just for her fucking well-being when there's absolutely nothing wrong with her. You know, there's nothing wrong with asking for money if people want to donate to certain things, certain causes and shit. But she basically was like, hey, protect me from the patriarchy. Ooh. So yes, Xarna Joshu deserves to be number one. And she is absolutely, without a doubt, the SJW of the year. So that's it for the top 5 list. It was pretty hard to make because there were so many fucking names and so many people I had to go through, but whatever. And you know, I hope things aren't as crazy in 2017. Like, I don't mind the people like Triggly Puff and like Skrillex, you know, that stuff gets kind of absurd, but it's just mostly funny, you know, we can just poke fun and have a good fucking time, you know? But whatever, thank you guys for watching this. Thank you for the people that have been around this entire year, that have been around since the inception of my channel. You all have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you in my next video in 2017, which will be my 100K subscriber special.